Welcome to Englewood After Dark, Episode 19, Like Lambs. Englewood After Dark is a serialized horror audio drama, and for the best experience, we recommend starting with Episode 1. Content warnings for this episode include supernatural happenings, violence, discussions of death and overdosing, and conspiracy talk. Stay tuned after the episode for more information about our Season 2 Indiegogo campaign. Hey there, intrepid mystery lovers, and welcome back to another increasingly wild and twisted episode of Englewood After Dark. I'm your host, Finn Nightingale, resident Mad Hatter and Tea Party enthusiast.
And I'm his dazed and confused co-host, Eve Alice Pemberly, who doesn't belong here but is too far down the rabbit hole to escape.
And tonight, we have a special guest medium.
Nobody told me to prepare a Wonderland gag.
And here's our white rabbit, October Jones, who has led me astray into a world of lucid madness from which there is no escape. She also has a headache.
Sorry.
Don't be sorry. You're helping us out a lot by being here.
Help yourself to the donuts, we've got heaps to go around. October will be helping us later, so we'll keep her fed and let her save her energy.
I wish I had energy.
Well, Eve, you would have energy if your schedule wasn't full of martial arts, debate club, reading group, equestrian training, unicycle lessons, corporate espionage, moonlighting as a ninja assassin, hijacking a...
Your reflexes have improved.
You've thrown a lot of stuff at me over the course of our friendship.
And look at you now. You're agile, all thanks to my hard work and support.
But you're still overexerting yourself.
I like to stay busy, Finn. I've always been like this.
But you did all that stuff while living with Carmen, not with Seb and I too. As you can guess, listeners, things are still a little rough back at the ranch.
Yeah, Carmen and Seb have attempted to reconcile, which is a small mercy.
They have a ceasefire. Kind of. They signed a contract and everything.
And how'd that turn out?
Great. Well, great for a little while.
The contract worked until recently, but now Carmen has a new internship and her schedule shifted to accommodate it. So now, Carmen is waking up at 3:30 in the morning for breakfast.
But Seb goes to sleep at 5 in the morning since all his classes are in the afternoon, which means freshly awake Carmen overlaps with very tired Seb.
It's not good.
It's not good.
Negotiations are ongoing, and for our sanity's sake, we need a diplomatic resolution. Oh, right. And Seb lost his key a week ago, so we need to replace even more locks. This time for Finn and Seb's door.
I think we need key rings.
I think we need therapy.
Therapy? In this economy?
I just hope that one day I'm the one with the clipboard and not the one who needs the recliner. I cannot fucking believe that I'm simultaneously juggling my tertiary education and ghost hunting.
Really? I think it's fun. I mean, apart from all the stress and terror and uncertainty, and it's easier for me since I'm not being targeted. And talking about this stuff on a podcast actually builds my portfolio.
Exactly. Only one of us can put this on our resume.
Several forms of divination can prove useful in psychology.
See?
Even if you don't believe in fortune telling, you can still use tarot cards to learn about a subject's subconscious and about their fears.
Exactly. Eve, if you want to learn, we could...
Fortune telling, Finn? Considering a change in career?
Professor Hannessey, hi. We were just talking about, careers and hobbies and stuff.
Good evening, Professor. Can we help you with anything? Or are you just stopping by?
Just stopping by, Miss Pemberly. No need to concern yourself with anything. how goes the show?
It's going well.
You're looking into the Englewood stalker, right? Thrilling stuff, and very bold of you to tackle something so recent. I'm impressed by your initiative.
Oh, thank you, Professor.
It takes a certain kind of... Oh, my apologies. I've been waiting on this call. Good evening, Finn, Miss Pemberly, Miss Jones.
Good night, Professor.
Good night.
Mr. Hannessey?
Professor, please.
Of course, Professor. I received word this morning that you've given in to all your wife's demands. I can't condone.
Not up to you.
Professor, you need to sign off on the stage extension for the one-man show.
Course.
You will be left destitute. Do you understand?
On the contrary, I already have everything I need.
What's that face for?
I didn't expect him to be so supportive. He was the one who confronted us for going after the Brotherhood.
I think he cares about us much more than he lets on. That was his way of keeping us safe. Now that we aren't trying to expose living people, I think he might actually be proud of us.
Yeah, but how'd he know about the stalker angle? I thought he didn't listen to the show.
Maybe he started listening? I don't know. October?
Are you okay?
Yeah, it's just head pounding.
Here, take this.
Thanks.
I guess Hannessey's not gonna like our next segment then.
Why not? We aren't trying to expose the Brotherhood, we're just trying to learn a little bit more about them. Besides, Chuck is talking to us because he wants to. We aren't exposing anything, we're just giving him a platform and asking damning questions about his past colleagues.
That's called exposing, then.
Either way, he's been practically begging to come back. Anything he says of his own free will.
I'm still not certain about giving a platform to this man.
But we need to know what he knows. Everything keeps leading back to the Brotherhood, and I say this as somebody who was abducted by them.
Well, we've already invited him, so it's not like I can back out. But I don't like it. Faithful listeners, we're going to be returning to a previous guest today, Charles Huntington III, aka Chuck, who is a known ex-affiliate of the Brotherhood of Oak and Ash. He has requested a second interview several times.
Last week, we went on our epic ghost hunt. We encountered the spirit of none other than Lori Lockwood, thanks to the help of October here.
How are you feeling?
Better now. Thank you. But I'm going to grab some more water and keep hydrated.
Lori directly and explicitly referenced the Brotherhood of Oak and Ash. Oak and Ash find us all in the end. But the spirit of Lionel Wench chased her away before she could explain. So Eve and I talked it over, and decided to invite Chuck back for this episode.
Speaking of, Chuck messaged me a minute ago and he'll be here shortly. We'll be bringing him in after our break. Anything you want to add before then, Finn?
What? I thought this was your turn to add, Eve.
Curse you and your cat-like reflexes.
You taught me well, Lady Killjoy.
Hi there, I'm Eve. Eve from that podcast you might have heard of. I'm here to formally invite you to fight me. You heard me, punk. 1v1 me. I will destroy you. The Englewood Debating Society is looking for new members, and we'll be holding a special event next Thursday. There's going to be pizza, there's going to be soda, there's going to be me standing imperiously behind a bench and looking down on you, if you like that sort of thing. 3 topics will be drawn on the night, and someone from the crowd will be invited to challenge me on each one. The debate will be recorded and rebroadcast on the night, where the Society's most experienced adjudicators will break down both parties' arguments and explain the basics of argument structure. So, whether you're genuinely interested in debate and discourse, or if you just want to one-up your roommate the next time they have a spicy hot take, swing by and learn about the art of convincing people you're right about everything. As patient as he was last time, I see. Let him in and let's get this show on the road.
This is the second time you have had me pacing outside your door.
Once again, Chuck, arrive when we tell you to, and maybe you won't be waiting outside. We have a format to follow here.
Oh, yes. Wouldn't want to spoil the flawless formula of... Sorry. Hello. I'm Charles.
Oh, yeah, hi. I'm October.
And how are you connected to these two?
October is a specialist on the supernatural. She's the confidential contact I went to for information. Still is, just not confidential anymore.
Oh, so you're the woman behind the curtain this whole time. You're not what I was expecting.
And what were you expecting?
Oh, I think we both know the kinds of people who usually position themselves as the ghost experts. You know, paranormal investigators with too much machismo and guy-liner, or women wearing too many bangles, bohemian skirts, channeling the Romani people when they grew up a wasp. You, however, aren't even wearing a costume.
I'm not pretending. Don't have to.
I can see that.
Chuck is humaning.
We do need to move on to the interview.
Right.
Listeners, you will likely remember a rather heated interview not too long ago with our friend Chuck. Didn't end on the best of terms, but with us having uncovered more proof of the existence of the supernatural, we felt it was time to bring Chuck back and maybe hear more of what he has to say, seeing as he was so eager to help. So, last time you discussed that the Brotherhood was having you look into supernatural events in Englewood, both historically and present times, yes?
Correct. They wanted me to catalog specific occurrences throughout history and categorize them into specific types of events.
What kind of categories?
I can't say.
As in you don't know, or that's confidential?
The latter.
Of course.
According to what I've been told, your former friends were working for the greater good, right?
Correct.
Then they must have had plans in place to deal with the spirits they encountered. Lionel Wench didn't just disappear on his own. Hauntings don't work that way.
I had a feeling I would like you.
Chuck, please stay focused.
Whatever. After I and whomever else was working to gather information, we completed our steps, and then we would hand it off to the next department. I'm sorry to say, I don't have much information on them to tell either. It's not confidential, I just don't know. They kept a lot of us as separate as possible. Like you guys said when you were investigating Oak and Ash, it's easier for the Brotherhood to keep itself hidden if only certain members know the design. And I certainly wasn't in a high enough rank to know the master plan they had in place.
Is there anything you can tell us?
Well, once we could prove that what was happening was a result of supernatural forces, like I said, we passed it off to another department. We all had vague names assigned to them that don't really explain anything. For instance, when I was working on modern-day occurrences, they referred to us as the research team. The department we called in to deal with such spirits was referred to as the adjustment team.
Wasn't that a Matt Damon movie?
Do you have even the slightest guess as to what they did?
They were like a cleanup crew of sorts. They came up with an excuse to get everyone out of the building. Gas leak, possible bomb threat, usually works. They walked in, did their thing, and left. Didn't even take long most of the time.
But it wasn't a true exorcism. Otherwise, the spirit wouldn't be back now.
So what? Did they just put it to sleep? Take away its power?
Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if they settled for a temporary solution. The Brotherhood had bigger problems to worry about than Wench.
Worse than a serial-killing ghost?
Yes.
Care to elaborate? Or, let me guess, it's classified.
See? you are learning.
You know, if you're actually here to help, you wouldn't care so much about protecting your old Brotherhood buddies.
That has nothing to... Look, if you knew my reasoning, you would agree with me.
Then tell us the reason.
I can't.
Is there really no way to make us understand? Like, try using metaphors.
Yeah, you know what? Okay, you're all familiar with the Mother Margaret urban legend, yeah? Say her name 3 times in a mirror, and she comes to kill you?
You mean Bloody Mary?
Ah, yes, that is how the story evolved. Once it passed throughout the bounds of Inglewood, that is, and thank God for that. Because Margaret is an unstoppable killing machine. Once she's set her sights on you, there's absolutely nothing that will get in her way from killing you, and there's nothing that you can do to get rid of her. But she can only kill you if you say her name, so why talk about her at all? Why risk saying it? Just hold your tongue and forget that she even exists, and you'll never be in any real danger, right? And if everyone stops saying her name, eventually both she and her legend are lost to time.
So there are things that can hurt us just by knowing they exist?
Explaining things any more clearly than I already have would be counterproductive. But not all knowledge is good knowledge under that premise, right?
Alright, I guess as frustrating as it may be, still, in that scenario, I would at least try to talk to one of her victims and ask about weaknesses, or... Wait. Chuck, did you only ever look into hostile ghosts?
No. We dealt with anything supernatural. Why? What are you thinking?
Oh, I see where this is going. Good thought, Eve. Chuck, do you happen to remember the name of any non-hostile ghost?
I mean, it's been a bit, but James Black? Some kid with a drug problem. Used to shoot up in the old back building and OD'd.
And the adjustment team was called in to deal with his spirit.
That was the procedure, yes.
So, a ghost who's been adjusted before and might be willing to help us.
What?
Chuck, wait outside. October, do you think we could hold another séance?
Right now?
Finn, wait, it's a good plan, but...
Listeners, we're sorry for the abrupt transition, but we need to get set up. We'll be right back after these messages. Have you been aching to try your hand at pottery making? Do you want to have your very own Patrick Swayze moment over the pottery wheel? Well, our friends over at the Art Institute are offering pottery classes this week. Proceeds from tickets will be donated to a local trans-inclusive women's shelter to help repair their busted pipes. So, if you want to help out a good cause and get some cute stoneware out of the deal, possibly a sensual cuddle from a ghost, head on down any weekday this week between 7 and 9 p.m. Sensual ghost touching is not guaranteed. Please do not abuse staff for failure to provide sensual ghost cuddles. There's only so much poor college kids can do.
I would just like to say, for the record, that I hate that we're doing this again so soon.
Seconded.
A seance is the only sensible thing to do in this situation. We have to talk to the other ghosts and get to the bottom of whatever this is.
I concede the point, I just don't like it. And I also hate that the thing we're using this time to stave off October getting fully possessed is birthday candles.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's all we had on hand.
Need help there, champ?
The comment section is gonna bully me again.
Oh, Finn. Never read the comments.
There, all set. On the floor again?
The floor is the safest.
Christ, your hands are cold, October.
You gonna be okay?
Yeah, just give me a sec. You know the drill?
Don't let go, watch the candles, sing the song.
Good.
Wait!
Did you just write "Gone Seancing" on that sign?
The door doesn't lock anymore after our little, altercation with the Brotherhood.
So gone seancing was your best bet?
You know, like gone fishing.
Guys,
Right, sorry.
Sorry. Please continue whenever you're ready, October.
Oh, please continue whenever you're ready. Ow, ow. No, I'm sorry for the voice.
are you sure you two aren't related?
Very.
Only spiritually.
Here goes then. Kagome, Kagome, the bird in the cage, bird in the cage. When, oh, when will it come out?
I hate this. James Black? Are you out there? Can you talk with us?
Oh, we've got a live one.
Please stop.
James, is that you?
Where am I?
This is a recording booth on campus.
James, we need you to answer a few questions. Can you do that?
I don't. How did I get here?
James, do you understand that you're dead?
Eve?
What?
Yeah, I remember. But I was at the back building.
That's right.
And then I wasn't. I was floating in a void and there were so many others.
Do you remember how you got to the void? Or how you got here?
Don't make me go back there.
We won't make you go anywhere. You're safe here with us.
Safe? I don't.
Holy shit!
James?
It hurts! It hurts! Stop! No!
What do we do?
You're asking me?
Do something!
The crane and the turtle.
What are you doing?
Us? What are you doing? Finn!
God, my head.
Forcing October to perform parlor tricks for your entertainment?
Oh, crap.
Finn! Oh, hold on!
I'm trying. The crane.
Kagome, Kagome, the bird in the cage, bird in the cage. When, oh, when will it come out?
She could do that? Did you know she could do that?
No.
The things you two do not know could fill a book.
Who are you? What happened to James?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Chuck! A little help here, please.
Fuck this. We just need to keep the circle, right?
Right?
Use your legs, Finn.
To do what exactly?
To hold hers. We just need to cover her mouth.
Chuck, get your butt up and get in here.
No. No!
Don't hurt October.
I'm trying to stop her from being possessed right now, Finn. I'll worry about the rest later.
What do you need?
Cover her mouth.
No biting!
Stop! Leave me alone! Leave us alone! Don't take my baby away from me!
Crane and the turtle slipped away. Who is behind you now?
Oh, please get off of me.
Okay, October, was there maybe something you forgot to tell us?
Who was that?
My mom.
Your mom's a bitch.
Eve?
No offense.
No, she's right. I knew I shouldn't have tried this today.
What do you mean today?
I have bad days where it's easier for her to, climb inside.
Jesus Christ, that's horrifying.
You okay?
You mean after the improvised wall chiropractor I just visited? Peachy.
Are we even still recording?
Yep. Battery-operated mics, remember?
Woo. We should go. I need Seb.
You need Seb?
Yep. I have super dislocated my arm, and I know from experience that he's the only one who has the chaotic brute force and necessary knowledge to put it back.
Jesus, Eve.
So long. Farewell.
Hey, no, too far. You don't
And
get
remember, teamwork is very important.
You just finished listening to Englewood After Dark, episode 19. And we've made it, everyone. Today marks the first official day of our Indiegogo campaign. We've got a lot of fun stuff planned and a bunch of rewards, so please check out the link in the description to find out more about Season 2. If you want to connect with other Englewood listeners, we'd also love it if you come join us on our Discord server. This episode starred Dennis Ortman as Finn Nightingale and lawyer, Hannah Brown as Eve Pemberly and student, Angie Min as October Jones, Ostie Hobbs as Charles Huntington III, Lyle Michael Pepperell as Nigel Hannessey, Jonna-Lynn Alonso as Karen Jones, and Sterling Barbett as James Black. Written and sound designed by Hannah Brown, Dennis Ortman, and A. Rose. Special thanks to the talented Athan for our on-air music and Nicholas Gasparini for the opening theme.